Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and today's video is part 2 of the barn conversion build that I've done lately. Yeah, I was planning to get this video up actually before Christmas, but as per usual I left everything to the last minute, and yeah, I didn't have time to get it up then. So yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas and Santa has been good to everyone. Yeah, I've had a nice time with the family over the Christmas. But yeah, back to this today to do the voiceover for it. Finally got a little bit of time to do it. And yeah, so part 2 is mainly the furnishing of this build. There was a little bit of furnishing in part 1 where I did the garage area, but yeah, the rest of the house, the furnishing of the house, sorry, is in part 2. So yeah, right now I'm working on what is the art studio. So I was initially going to have this as like just a little place to chill out and sit in, like a little summer house in the garden. But yeah, when I got into finishing it, I decided to turn it into like a little art studio. I can remember in the, what video was it? The Stone Ridge video that I did, I was talking about that I don't really use like the artist easels, like objects like that in builds very much. So yeah, I thought I would in this one. So yeah, just getting some pictures on the walls in there, obviously the artist easel in there, some canvases off to the side. And you might have noticed just behind the easel I put some of them wall markings, like the dirt marks that I think we got them in the vampire pack. Yeah, just put some of them behind the easel just to sort of look like some paint had been splashed about the place. Yeah, just if you were wondering what that was, that's what that was supposed to be. But yeah, right now I'm just working on the layout on the inside. It does change up a little bit as I go on, not too much, but I do get another set of stairs in the other part of the barn. So yeah, I've made this into a 3-bedroomed house. I have a teen bedroom, a child's bedroom, and also the parents' bedroom, obviously. Yeah, I was trying to go for more like of a modern feel when furnishing this build. Just with a lot of the things that I did with building the house, the big floor to ceiling windows, they make it look a lot more modern. So yeah, on the inside, that's the look I was going for. So working on the living room now, and obviously with going with a more modern feel to the build, I wanted to try and get a fireplace that actually matched the rest of the furnishing. And a lot of the fireplaces that we have in game at the moment, the more sort of traditional kind of fireplaces that didn't really fit in with this build. I mean, there is one we've got in City Living that is slightly more modern, but yeah, I just wanted to try and mix it up a bit and try and make my own. So I took one of the coffee tables that has like that little fire pit in the middle. So yeah, I took that and put a cooker hood above that to make it look, well, it looked a little bit similar to some modern fireplaces I've saw in pictures and things. So yeah, just trying to make my own fire there. And yeah, the colour in here is mainly like oranges and reds in the living room. Obviously using the new feature where we can size objects down so I can clutter the shelves up a bit more. And I also ended up removing one of the windows that I had on the front of the building in the living room area. Yeah, it was just to get that little shelf in that I put there, the bookshelf. Which I was going to actually remove the other window as well, so there would be no windows on that wall, but I thought it wouldn't look too good on the outside if there was no windows there. So yeah, I decided to leave that. It was just because of the way the windows are on the side wall, the floor to ceiling windows, because I removed the flooring on the next floor up, so we'd have a nice tall ceiling in that living room area. I couldn't find any curtains that would like look nice there, and then obviously I had that little window at the back that I did put curtains over. I don't know, I wasn't best pleased with that, but I just left it in the end. I wasn't too keen where I had put the TV either, like just that area around the TV and the little table under there. but I put it there because that's where it made sense after I'd put everything else, like the sofas and things. And yeah, I didn't fancy going around changing up the whole living room area just to accommodate a TV. But yeah, I mean, it still looks nice. So yeah, it still looks okay. But yeah, in the entranceway, just getting a little plant in there and a little coat hanger. But yeah, into the kitchen now, and I think this is like my favourite part because I've just messed about a bit with a few little things. So the kitchen counters, what I have done in here is I've turned them round so they're facing backwards. So you've got obviously the back side of the kitchen counter facing with, because the counters I've used, I love the tops of these counters so much. The big chunky wooden countertops on them, I just adore them. I think they're lovely, but I don't like the sort of industrial style drawers that are on the front of them. I mean, having one or two of them dotted about is nice, but yeah, I've always had gripes with the drawers on the front of them. But now that we can size objects down, I thought that maybe I could turn them round, and my first initial thought was to use the I think it's like a clothing hook that we got in Spa Day. Yeah, I was thinking on using that as like one of the door handles for the cabinets on the counter bases. But yeah, once I got that out and tried it on them, it just didn't look quite right. So I scrolled through the decorations and I found it's like a little wall railing. I think it came with Get to Work. Yeah, I just got that and sized that down and used that instead, so it looks more like a handle for the cupboards. And yeah, it worked out quite well. I was really pleased with that because it's a good idea that you could use with probably all of the counters that we've got in the game, just turning them around and putting in either that clothing hook that we got with Spa Day or the one I've used here. Yeah, so it's a good little idea to change up the counters in the game, get something different into your build. As long as you've got a counter facing the right way, if you want to use a sink that you've got a place on a counter, yeah, you've got to have one counter at least facing the right way for that, and also have a counter facing the right way for the Sims to prepare the food. But when I tested this out, the little corner counters I've used on that little island in the middle, they work as well for your Sims preparing food on. So yeah, I have tested them to make sure it worked. Yeah, and that worked really fine. And another little idea that I came up with was using that little wall decoration there, putting that all around the countertops there, just poking through the top, so it just looks like there's tiles, like a little backsplash behind the cooker as well. Because I've scrolled past that object so many times in the game thinking like, what could that be used for? And it's always reminded us of like little like tiles for in the bathroom, but when it's in its original size, it protrudes from the wall just way too much to be able to use it for something like that. But now that we can shrink objects down, yeah, it looks okay. It doesn't stick out from the wall too much when I put it on. I was really happy with the kitchen area, being able to change it up a bit, do something a little bit different. But yeah, this little bit that I built off the back, where it's got the nice glass roof in here too. Now this area, again, I was going to have it as like maybe a little chill out area, somewhere to sit and look out onto the garden. But after I had furnished the living room and the kitchen, obviously I couldn't find anywhere in there, as you'll have saw, for to put a dining table. So yeah, I just popped it out here, which I think it turned out nice really, because it would be a nice place just to sit and have your breakfast or have dinner, and it's not too far from the kitchen. So yeah, I didn't get too much in there because it is a bit awkward to get into there because of the glass roofs that I used. They don't, well, when I was building, I don't know about when you're playing in live mode, but yeah, when I was building, they didn't like disappear when you zoomed in with the camera. So yeah, I didn't want to be putting too much in there, because it can be a pain to get around them. But I mean, as long as you zoom in far enough, you can get in there and look about, click on things. So you know, one of your Sims left a plate in there, you can tidy it up, and yeah, so it's still usable, that room. But yeah, I could see how some people might find it a bit annoying. But it looked nice on the outside, so. Yeah, I've got a little bathroom on this ground floor as well. The teen bedroom does end up having its own like ensuite in there too. In this area I was just working on the hallway, it does get changed up because another set of stairs gets put in here later on. Yeah, there's not too much in this hallway here. It is like quite narrow, so yeah, it wouldn't have been right to clutter it up with loads of furniture. Your Sims wouldn't be able to get past. But yeah, just got a couple of bookcases in here, a few plants around the place. I get a mirror on the walls, some pictures on the walls. But yeah, not too much to do, as it's quite narrow, like I says. But there is an entry into the garden from around here too. I suppose you could also use it as a little shortcut to the dining room, because straight across there is a doorway into the dining room from the garden area. And yeah, just going around putting some lights around the place. And I've used that circular light that I use it in a lot of my builds, just because I think it's the best light in the game. The light, and it's like just right, it's like the Goldilocks of lights. But yeah, just sizing that down right to the smallest one. And in most of the rooms where I've placed it, I've just put it in like a little row of 3 of them, so they look like little spotlights. Yeah, things normally look better when they're grouped in like odd numbers. So yeah, just using that there. And then also where I've used different lights that maybe aren't as bright as I would like them, I've placed that in like the exact same spot where I've placed that light as well to brighten that up. But yeah, like I said, I've put them stairs in the hallway, and they're going to lead up into just like a little snug area. I wasn't sure what to do with it exactly, so yeah, I just ended up turning the area that them stairs lead up to into just like a nice little cozy area to sit and read a book, and I get a computer table up there and that. But yeah, right now I'm working on what's going to be the teen bedroom, and there was a little area behind the stairs that was left, so I just turned that into a little makeshift sort of wardrobe there, putting a little glass door there so you can see through it. It was just to use up that little tiled area that was behind there. But yeah, just getting some clutter items around the place. Also get in a little dressing table. I'd just make my own up instead of using the ones that we've got in game, just to change it up a bit, make it look a bit different. Get some nice wall art on the walls, sizing some of the pictures down, putting them on there. Just nice little various things to just dot about on there as well. What else did I do in here? I think I get like a little bookshelf in here, posters on the walls and things, just anything that would look like it could go in a teen's bedroom, really. Yeah, just had to move that window up as well. A couple of the windows in this build I've had to move up from when I built it. In the kitchen too, had to move that window up a little bit for the kitchen counters. So there's a few little things that have changed up from part 1, but not too much. But yeah, like I said, just getting little clutter items around here. And then after this I go onto the little ensuite bathroom, which is really quite small. Whenever I do bathrooms, they're always, I don't know why, I just make the bathrooms like really, really small, it's really annoying when it comes to taking pictures for the end of the video, because trying to get the camera in there and get a nice angle to take a picture is just like a nightmare. So I do like to make things harder for myself. But I think I got some okay pictures of the bathrooms I've done in here, because all of the the bathrooms that I've put into this build are more or less the same size, tiny little bathrooms. But in other builds where I've done bigger bathrooms, I've always been at a loss of like, what else can I put in there? But yeah, I think that's just a thing of mine, tiny bathrooms. Now I'm just cluttering up the dressing table that I mentioned earlier, just putting some makeup, nail varnish, and just getting some little plants on there as well. And that wall just next to it, I thought that was looking a bit bare, so I've put one of the wall decorations, like the hanging plants shelf on there, and cluttered that shelf up also. Got a little picture on there, some books, and now I also get in a bookshelf and clutter that up too. Just trying to make it look like lived in and homely, just so the shelves on the bookshelf weren't too big. But yeah, get 3 rugs in here as well, fitting in with the colour scheme, that pink and grey. And I suppose I did put a few little sort of like aqua colours in here too. But yeah, that's mainly it for in here, and then I will be moving on to the bathroom. With the bathroom, that's more of a dark grey and like an aqua blue colour in there also. And like I said, it is like really tiny, like so tiny. I just get a sink in there, a shower and a toilet, obviously. Yeah, there's a little square left there as well behind where that bathroom, well, to the side of that bathroom. I was going to open it up so you had a little extra bit space in the hallway, but it didn't look right, so yeah, I just left that as a bit of a dead space there. But if you wanted to open it up, I suppose you can. And yeah, the same with it in between the living room area and the kitchen area, there is a space, like a square that I had left there where you can't, I haven't made it into a room or anything. I mean, you could use it as another room if you downloaded this, pop a door on there, put whatever you want in there. But yeah, that was just put there so I could have extra space for the kitchen cabinets on the walls in there. Yeah, I just thought I'd mention that now because I forgot to mention that earlier. But yeah, I don't do anything with that space around there. But yeah, now I am doing the child's bedroom, and I was going for more along the lines of maybe like a little boy, so there's like little cars and action figures and things about the place. Using one of the new beds with the little fire hydrants on. I just think it's so cute, that bed. But yeah, I was just going off that bed and using the colour scheme for that. So in here it is all orange and like that darker blue colour. And yeah, this hexagon shelf that I'm using now, I sized that down, and because I did that, the actual placement spots for putting little things on the shelf don't actually size down with the shelves when you like size them down. So I just had to take another shelf, use the Alt to move it into place, put an object on that shelf, and then you take it away and just have it so it's dangling in the air, make sure it's not snapping to any of the tables, and then move the shelf from there and you can place it on, if you can understand what I'm saying. I didn't explain that quite well, did I? You saw what I was doing though. But yeah, just get some other like child toys about the place. There's a toy box. I popped a little desk in the corner for them to do homework, and yeah, a little bookshelf in there. And yeah, like I said, it's just a few little clutter items about the place. Some little cars. I get the train. They're not actually toys. I think they're supposed to just be some like decorative items. I don't think, can the kids actually play with the little trains that are in the decoration section? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, just pop them on the floor as well. And then another little idea came up for in here, using the same pole that I used in the vegetable garden, just sizing that down the smallest it would go, then raising it up so it looks like it's hanging from the ceiling, and putting the little aeroplanes on the end of that just so it looks like they're hanging from the ceiling. I've done that before in a different build, but I didn't actually, well, obviously didn't have the option to be able to size objects down, so I just left them sort of like just floating in the air. I mean, in my mind they were hanging from some like wire that you couldn't barely notice, but yeah, they were just really floating. But yeah, now that we can size items down, I thought it would be a good idea to use them little poles and hang them from there. But yeah, this is the little snug area I was talking about, and I just ran out of ideas once I got here. So I'm just flipping through loads of different items, just saying. I wasn't even too sure at this point what this was going to be. But yeah, I thought it could just be like a nice little area to just sit and relax. Get a bookshelf up in here so you could come up here and read a book. I'm just trying to work out the layout at the minute. It is a really tiny little room, like slim but very long. Yeah, so just trying to work out a layout for up here took a while. I do also get a computer desk up here, and that's it really. There's not much more up here. I mean, you could redo it. You could maybe delete everything up here and change it into a little games room or something like that. If you could fit, you could probably fit like one of the little games table down the bottom where I've got the bookshelf and that. That probably would have been a good idea to do in here with having like the kids in this house as well. Probably would have been a better idea, but I just didn't think of that at the time. But yeah, get some mirrors on the walls, pictures on the walls, plants about, just like I said, trying to make it look a bit lived in and homely. Put some shelves on the walls here, just so that wall wasn't looking too bare behind the computer desk there. And that's about it for up in that room. And yeah, going on to the last bedroom next, and this is going to be the master bedroom. Now I'm not too sure how people, I mean, I think this room you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, because of it's not like closed off. I have put a fence there rather than a wall. I just thought there's not a lot of windows into this room, so it would be a really dark room if I was to just wall that off. But then right in front of this room is the big windows that are above the door, the entranceway into here. So yeah, that's why I left it like that, rather than putting a wall there where you come up from the stairs. It was just so it would be more brighter and you'd have the sunlight shining through there. But I mean, I like it. It looks nice. I think it makes it look a lot. It makes the room look a lot more bigger as well. But yeah, going for a blue theme in here, well, like blue and grey. And yeah, my idea in here I had was to make a little shelving unit either side of the bed by taking some of these glass, I think are the display tables from Get to Work. Yeah, just taking them, sizing them right down and raising them up, stacking them on top of each other to make some little shelves. And I suppose you could do this with other tables that we've got in the game, but these ones like really suit it. I think they just look so modern and lovely. I love that little idea for them shelves. They're just so lovely. But yeah, just stacking all them up with little clutter items, sizing some of the vases down, putting them on, putting some plants on, just various little different items I could find in the decoration section just to fill up them shelves. But well, the shelves that I've made. But like I said, in the child's room as well, on the hexagon shelves that I sized down, when you size things down, the actual placement spots don't size down with them, so sometimes you've just got to raise items up so they'll fit in where you want them. Now I'm just putting some clutter items on the bedside tables, on the chest of drawers there. I get some pictures out, put them on the walls, and yeah, I get one of the little wooden stools, I size that right down and get a plant pot and put that in the stool, so it's like a little plant stand. It's set so it's like sitting actually like in the stool, so as if there's a hole in it and that's holding the plant. Yeah, it's supposed to be just like a little plant stand. But yeah, get some rugs in here also, and I mess about with them for far more longer than I should have done. But I think that's it for the master bedroom now. And yeah, after this I go on to the bathroom. And like I said, it's another teeny tiny little bathroom with a shower, a sink and a toilet in here. I have put a little pet bed in this build, and in hindsight I suppose I probably should have put a bath in here for you to bath your dog, which I wasn't really thinking of when I was building this. I suppose the bathroom, the ensuite in the teen bedroom, maybe you could utilise that little square space, take away the wardrobe in the child's bedroom, make that bathroom bigger and put a little bath in there. Yeah, that would probably work. But yeah, that's it really for this build. Just get some plants in here. Yeah, I made a little table there to put them on too. Little cupboard, little cabinet there for in the bathroom, but that's it. So I'm going to leave it here. And this is the last video for this year, so yeah, wish you all the best for the new year, and hopefully I'll see you in 2018 for more videos. Thanks for watching everyone, bye!
You told me that it wasn't right. I knew it first that time, and even if I was blind, and all those possibilities really knocked me off my feet, surrounding all my dreams. And all I know that was left now, the sun and the stars, not leaving me in the dark, leading me through it all. 'Cause you are the fire left in me, you lifted me higher in my heartbeat, taking the fire out in me. You make me strong, I'll carry on with the fire that's left in me. You lifted me higher in my heartbeat, taking the fire out in me. You're taking me higher, 'cause you are the fire that's left in me. That's left in me. I've never been that much for love, but being free better than none. Tried it before with all I got, and all I know that was left now, the sun and the stars, leaving me in the dark, leading me through it all. 'Cause you are the fire left in me, you lifted me higher in my heartbeat, taking the fire out in me. You make me strong, I'll carry on with the fire that's left in me. You lifted me higher in my heartbeat, taking the fire out in me. You're taking me higher, 'cause you are the fire that's left in me. That's left in me. right in the middle.